Hello, everyone. Welcome to Club Tween Book Club. We're going to start with Chapter 1 of Scooby-Doo and the Skeleton Crew Showdown. And hopefully we'll all enjoy this book and be able to discuss it on Thursday and enjoy finding out what Scooby-Doo and the gang are up to. Chapter 1, Ready to Set Sail. The Mystery Inc. gang unloaded their suitcases from the Mystery Machine. The calls of seagulls filled the salty air. Daphne stretched and then pulled out a long handle from her purple suitcase. I can't remember the last time we had a vacation. That's because crooks don't take vacations, said Velma. She pulled on her orange backpack. And there's always a mystery to solve. Shaggy lifted a large green duffel bag onto his shoulder. Great idea, Fred. A vacation at sea sounds like fun. Don't thank me, replied Fred. You can thank my friend Greg. Hibbard. Fred picked up his own suitcase. He's the one who invited us to spend time on his new ship. Scooby-Doo led the way as the gang walked toward the docks. The wooden walkways crisscrossed into the bay. The docks were lined with all kinds of parked watercraft. There were sailboats, motorboats, and many large fancy ships. The showy ships were expensive boats that looked like small cruise ships. They had shiny paint jobs, lots of big windows, and were much taller than the other boats. Which one belongs to your friend? Asked Velma. Fred shook his head. I don't know. Greg said we would know when we saw it. The gang continued to walk between rows and rows of parked ships. Fred, called a voice, over here. Everyone looked around to see who was calling. Daphne finally spotted him. Is that your friend? She asked Fred. Daphne pointed to a man standing atop the biggest, fanciest ship they had ever seen. It was almost the size of a real cruise ship. Fred waved up at the man. Greg? Greg waved them forward. Come on aboard. Fred turned back to the others. I guess this is. He stopped talking. Everyone was gone. The rest of the Mystery Inc. gang was running up to the ramp leading to the ship. By the time Fred caught up with the others, Daphne and Velma were already laying in lounge chairs. A waiter stood between them, taking their drink orders. Meanwhile, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo stood next to another waiter with napkins tied around their necks. So, where's the buffet? Asked Shaggy. Scooby-Doo raised an eyebrow. Rizit Raw can eat. Suddenly, a large man wearing swim trunks and a big golden necklace charged onto the deck. What are you kids doing on my ship? Your ship? Asked Fred. But my friend Greg. The man didn't let Fred finish. He raised his sunglasses and looked around. Security! He shouted. Thud. The gang landed in a heap on the dock. The security men then flung their luggage after them. Shaggy just got to his feet as his duffel bag slammed into him. He tumbled back along the wooden dock. What kind of friend do you have, Fred? Asked Shaggy. Fred got to his feet and rubbed his head. I don't know. Everyone looked up to see Greg still standing atop the large ship. Greg threw his hands up. What are you doing, Fred? Just then, the big ship pulled away from the dock. To everyone's surprise, Greg stayed in place. He wasn't standing on the big ship at all. Instead, he stood atop the highest deck on the ship behind it. It only looked as if he had been standing on the big fancy ship. Wait a minute, said Velma. That's your friend's ship? Everyone's jaws dropped. Greg stood on the deck of an old, run-down, rickety pirate ship. That's the end of Chapter 1. We'll talk about this on Thursday during book club and read the next chapter next week. Have a great day.